When drivers pull up to the pump on Saturday, they're gonna get the full service treatment. Church volunteers are gonna wash their windows. Also, to make sure they have enough air, they're gonna check your tire pressure. And drivers don't even have to get out of the car. The volunteers are gonna pump the gas for them.
Playing style is often described as innovative and unpredictable. So if you had to compare it to an approach, a non-football activity, what would that be and why?
Man, that's a great question.
Why on election day should African Americans wake up and head to the polls and vote for you?
Rev, tell me, some of the things that you said tonight, sounds like you might be thinking about making a run.
You see, the other journalists are coy. You just get right to the point.
Now we've transitioned over to the other side of the jail, and this side is actually on Rice Street. Now we've walked up and down this street, and we saw tons and tons of Trump supporters and a select few of anti-Trump supporters that have come out here as well. Guys, it was a very, very close game all the way down to the wire. When it went into overtime, Patrick Mahomes drove the ball all the way down the field, threw a touchdown pass to McCole Hardman, ended up sealing the deal and winning the game. What are some of your Black History Month figures that inspire you, that you look up to?
Wow, I go back a long ways. Probably my parents are the first people that inspired me.
We're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. That's okay. But you'll be getting up and riding on the board eventually.
That's amazing. But we'll have a life jacket on.
Amen.
Okay, good. Well, as long as we got that life jacket on, we good. He is the one that welcomes you to Atlanta, where the players play. It is the one and only Ludacris. In political news, Donald Trump has lost many young voters who are voting for President Joe Biden. While Trump used to have a higher percentage of young voters on his side, that has since changed. In fact, Newsweek reports that young voters helped Biden win the last presidential election. A horrific story out of the Moulton County community this morning. A 7-year-old boy shot and killed in his home. Now his mother is charged with his murder. We got Usher performing at the halftime show.
Usher, okay.
Yeah. So what song do you want to hear from him tomorrow?
I would say Burn, but I feel like that's too easy, so I gotta go Confessions.
Confessions?
Yeah.
You be singing Confessions?
Nah, bro. I used to back in my day.
All eyes will be on Georgia today as we will be electing 2 senators into the United States Senate. You have the choice between Kelly Loeffler and Reverend Warnock. Then you also have the choice between David Perdue and John Ossoff.
You're a talented running quarterback. I mean, how do you get it done? I'm Tyrik Wynn, and here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A shooting at a rally for former President Donald Trump is now being called an assassination attempt by law enforcement. Chaos erupted at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. Shots were fired. Audible pops could be heard while the rally was ongoing in Butler this afternoon. Trump was speaking when it happened and first brushed his ear, then dropped to the floor while being tackled by the Secret Service. There have been a lot of stuff on social media talking about, y'all need a brand new cast. They need to get rid of all y'all. What's your take on that?
My response is do whatever they need to do.
First, the recovery after a state of emergency was issued for parts of the city of Atlanta due to some massive water main breaks. Mayor Andre Dickens now promising to be better prepared in the future. Many residents and businesses in the metro went for days with little to no water. The Department of Watershed Management says it's all because the city had outdated water infrastructure. When y'all were doing the song, y'all were doing it, and I saw the music video, it was great. Y'all were doing it in the classroom. What was the most fun, exciting part?
So the most fun, exciting part for me.
What season are you in right now? Where do you see God leading you in the future?
Well, in this season, I feel like I am in a season of learning, growing, and taking accountability.
In just a few days, Atlanta residents will head to the polls to choose Atlanta's next mayor. Now, voters will have the choice between Councilman Andre Dickens and City Council President Felicia Moore. And the 2 candidates are making their final push just ahead of the runoff election. How do you develop a deep relationship with God and experience His presence?
You know what? The same way that you would develop a deep relationship with anybody in your life.
Can you tell me how you're going to get this done if elected? You actually just had a Lifetime movie to come out that you were in.
Yes, I did. I had a mini-series that debuted on the Lifetime Movie Network, which was their first.
3 women from Montgomery identified as 28-year-old Chelsea Ann High, 31-year-old Tendrique Rashay Pettis, and 27-year-old Dominique Shakur McGee, who are all black, were arrested following multiple shoplifting incidents in Opelika. Well, it covers our vehicles and it also makes us sneeze. We're talking about pollen. Research is showing pollen levels are on the rise. According to Fox 5, recently here in Metro Atlanta, we had a pollen count of over 8,000. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are scheduled to be in Atlanta today to talk to voters about voting rights and election integrity. Now, have you ever thought that robots would rule the world? Well, Google seems to be making this happen. This Friday, Google released their newest robotics model called RT-2. This robot contains an AI system that has the ability to see, analyze the world around it, and tell the robot how to move. The 45th president is facing 13 counts, including violating Georgia's RICO Act. Donald Trump will become the first United States president in American history that will be booked, fingerprinted, and also have his mugshot taken. Outside of the Fulton County Jail, there is a lot of support for the former president.
Trump. Come out, support Trump. Trump didn't give up on us, and we're not giving up on Trump.
And a lot of hate for Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis.
Mammy, same thing. Fonnie, Mammy, the wicked is dead. So I personally hate her guts.
Willis is charging Trump with RICO and other charges stemming from accusations he illegally tried to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. One Trump supporter says she is playing political games in an effort to keep Trump out of the White House.
They're pulling out all the tricks. I kind of figured it was going to happen anyway. Donald Trump is such a strong candidate. And, I mean, how are they going to stop him? They can't stop Donald Trump.
On the other side, some anti-Trump supporters believe Trump did break the law and he should pay for his actions.
I'm proud of Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis for letting Trump know that the shenanigans they pulled in 2020 were insane and illegal, and he's gotten away with crime his entire life, crime that he's confessed to his entire life, and it's something to be celebrated that he's finally being held to account here in Fulton County.
Despite Trump facing election interference charges, supporters still believe that he did receive more votes than President Joe Biden in Georgia.
We know that Trump won, and we know that Biden cheated.
Now, once Trump does arrive here in Atlanta, he will make his way down to the jail and surrender. This will mark the 4th time this year the former president has turned himself in to local or federal officials after criminal charges were brought against him. Here at the Fulton County Jail, I'm Tyrik Wynn for the Black Information Network. $49, $50, $51, and the numbers keep climbing.
I'm a disabled vet, so I'm on limited income just like an elderly person would be. I don't work, I can't work, so it's affected greatly.
Even at a relatively low $3.99 a gallon, Makia Davis really feels the pain at the pump, dumping dollars into her Hyundai Sonata because she drives 100 miles every other day. And even though he can afford to pay that difference, Senior Lead Pastor Brian J. Pierce and his wife Deborah know others in the community cannot. So, their church, Mount Zion Baptist Church, will be spending $10,000 to give away $50 worth of gas. It's going to the first 200 drivers who show up at the Gastown gas station on South Elm Eugene Street. When drivers pull up to the pump on Saturday, they're going to get the full service treatment. Church volunteers are going to wash their windows. Also, to make sure they have enough air, they're going to check your tire pressure. And drivers don't even have to get out of the car. The volunteers are going to pump the gas for them.
You just stay in your car. And of course, we'll be on site to pray for those who may just desire prayer. We really believe that our call, and the church's call, is to look out for the least, the left out, and the lonely.
And back at this fueling station, Makia Davis has finished pumping her gas for now. She might be back Saturday. And she's thankful for the generosity of the church and the gift of gas that is heaven sent.
I think it's good, especially for people that are in need.
In Greensboro, Tyrik Wynn, NABJ News.